Is this it here? Is this me? There I am. Yeah, that was me. Give a sound check real quick. Pull the microphone in my face action. Is this it here? Yeah, that's it. I was asking if anybody knew of a company that's reputable. I'm pretty sure I can just go on YouTube and just keep typing until I can find. I've typed in a bunch of them. A bunch of them answered me on my text. But when I definitely don't want to get a loan from somebody that sounds like they're in a room with 80 other people on a cheap connection. And nothing personal, but if they have a really serious accent where I can barely understand what they're saying, it's not their fault. It's my fault for not being more international. But here's give myself a chat room, give myself a thumbs up. And I was going to look at logic, too, while I was thinking about this, That window needs to be refreshed already. Just got here, and then, yeah, like I said, this is a free software application, Prism, and every once in a while you need to go back and check your windows. Make sure the windows are. Well, this is supposed to be the plug-in window. Needs to be refreshed, though. Here it is. And I was just going to look up loan companies here in Washington, D.C. for low credit. Let's see. Emergency debt relief. That sounds like a ripoff. Debt relief, bad credit. Personal loans for bad credit. Get $1,000 to $5,000. I need to, first thing I need to do is go to YouTube and how to find a good loan company without being scammed. This guy, multiple personal loans without bank fraud. He's doing this on live on his phone. How do you turn on a speaker? Whoops. That's not on. Let's see what speaker I'm using. Let me see. I think his speaker might not be on though. Oh, it's off. Yeah.
Use the money to renovate a home. So he got 3 loans in, I think, about a 20-day period because it didn't show up on his credit report. That's not bank fraud because the banks don't act if you apply for a personal loan that they can't see on your credit report.
This just got just too much on. He should have went on a regular. Online fraud.
A vehicle and a getaway plan. But now, all you need is people's data or someone's face and a way to launder the money that the vendor just hands over to you. So today, we're going to talk about online loan fraud. Let's start with an obvious statement. Lending money is inherently a risky business, and it gets even riskier when fraudsters come to play. There are a few types of online loan fraud, including but not exclusive to mortgage fraud, payday fraud, and loan scams. but the outcome is always the same. The vendor pays out, and the criminal just disappears with the cash. It's the type of crime on the rise, and one of the reasons could be because banking and lending has moved online, and vendors try to make processes as frictionless as possible. In many cases, it is the applicant who has bad intentions. They use stolen or synthetic IDs. Stolen is pretty self-explanatory. These are either real people's identifications they have stolen or bought online. Here's the thing.
I should have rephrased it. I want to get a loan. Here's how to loan yourself money in minutes. I can loan myself money. How fraudulent do check fraud and how they get caught. I remember somebody put a whole bunch of money in my bank account, but I went and reported it. And that was at a time when I really needed it too. Yeah, let's see, how's this?
Listen to this. I'm gonna give you 5 banks that's gonna give your new LLC $50,000 in business funding with little to no proof of income. Sounds too good to be true? I know it does. So let's dive right into it. Now, notice I said business funding and not business credit, because this is one of the...
How to get a loan with bad credit. Personal loan, 300 credit score approval, 300 credit score approval. Here you go, 50,000 interest.
Millionaires are giving you money to start your dream life. And it's almost free, but there's one secret you need to know to unlock it. See, I got 5 different companies and a government that literally are in your community trying to give you money, but they don't know you want it. So I'm gonna show you how to unlock it. So stick with me. I'm gonna show you the hacks that could change everything. I've got something that could flip your financial life and maybe your whole world. We're talking about money, free-ish money. So close to free, it feels like you're getting it for nothing. What's the catch? With loans that cost nothing? You'll see in a minute. Today, we're gonna dive into loans that practically give you cash with 0 interest, low rates, or terms so good that it feels like it's grants or grants in disguise. I know it can feel so overwhelming with all the documentation and everything that you gotta do. See, I know what you're thinking. Loans, debts, stress. Forget the bankers staring over
I just want to get a personal loan. I don't need no $1 million. This guy just sounds like he's hustling. Using this for starting loans. How to get startup business now. How to get a loan with bad credit.
How to get a loan with bad credit. Do you have terrible credit and you need a loan? Well, I used to be in the exact same position. I started with bad credit, no money, no job, multiple foreclosures, and just the worst situation ever. And today I have an 800 credit score and lots of funding. In this video, I'm gonna share with you all the secrets to getting approved, even with bad credit, how to get funding without using your social security number, and how to take yourself to the next level, even if you have bad credit. Let's go.
She sounds like she hustling.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done. All you need to do
She
it
doing
better.
seminars. I don't have time for no seminars. She doing seminars. Yeah, see how many people. Yeah, she's got too much going on. I don't need all this show. She 3 banks, no credit check, personal loan.
The last thing you want to do when you have terrible credit and need quick financial aid is to make the situation just impossible. So where do you go to get a loan if your credit is bad? I've been there, I've done that. I have come up 4 different times, and a few times my credit score hit the 500. This video has the top 3 companies for no credit check loans with guaranteed approvals from direct lenders. Now that's the key. The key is direct lenders, and I'm going to talk a lot about that because you don't want to make things worse. And this might happen if you seek the assistance from those traditional places that we all go to and all know on the corner. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, US Bank. You get the idea, those brick and mortar places, the one with Bob and Steve and Karen. Not that Karen. You know what I'm talking about. It sucks that Karen got that name, right? Anyway, when you apply at traditional loans at traditional banks and credit unions, they always look at your credit report through the major bureaus and the agencies and do a hard pull. Usually,
guess ain't no really quick fix for this, huh? I did put in there to ask for a loan, and I got a whole bunch of answers back on text. I haven't called any of them. I tell you, if I call any of them, it sounds like a bunch of people in the office with a bunch of cheap phones. I'm going to say thank you, but no thank you, and hang up. Here's Laser. Laser, you're currently up for $4,780 unclaimed in your account. Cash out now or it will expire. That sounds like a ripoff right there. That sounds like something you don't even want to mess with. That sounds like you want to block this and delete it too. Phone number. No, I accidentally called it. I don't want to call it. I want to delete it. Put a block on it. Go to my phone. I know they're going to call me back. I want to block this. They sound like they're a ripoff. Update your recent request. Check status. Let's see. Here's one. Oh, they're going to Safari. So that didn't get in. Partner. What is this? You have an option that will no longer receive messages. Oh, I put a stop on it. I put stop on it. Your personalized individual link. Now, if they put this money in the bank from when I made the wrong payment on the wireless, then I'd be good for a minute. I just don't feel like going to work anymore. Don't feel like going to work. I'm going to call one of these, and like I said, if it sounds like a bunch of people in the room, I'm going to do best loan companies. Top 5 loan companies 5x5 comb companies.
Hey everyone, this is Lauren Mack with Hacking the Rat Race. Today I'm going to tell you the 5 best personal loan companies without origination fees. This is a huge deal because origination fees just add up to more money that you owe, and there are some wonderful companies that do not charge them. I highly recommend checking out this video so you don't have to pay more money, and if you stay to the end, I'll give you a bonus tip to help you save even more money. So let's jump right in. First, I would like to say that I am not a financial planner as PNC, and this one is really great because you can get a small PenFed is their minimum 5 debt fast is Marcus by Goldman Sachs. They don't have fees. They don't have origination fees. They have no fees. They don't even have a late payment. The 5 best personal loan companies. So number 1 is SoFi. So let's check out the details right now. SoFi is a really great company because you can apply for a large loan amount.
You don't have any links?
And you can pay this back over 7 years. Another great thing.
Why she
is
don't
if you
have no
use
links?
autopay, which I highly recommend anyways, you get a 0.25% rate discount, which over time can add up to a lot of money. And like all the other ones on the list, there are no origination fees.
She don't have any links in her to the loan companies.
Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're looking to borrow money but you don't want to be stuck with loan terms that feel like you're signing your life away, then this is the video for you. Today we're talking about the best personal loans in 2025. Now, I know
Wonder why his
personal loans sound as about
his
the size of
expander
a
doesn't want to
paint dry,
open.
unless you think unsecured debt is a fancy term for financial freedom. But whether you're consolidating debt, renovating your bathroom, or buying a trampoline for your backyard, we've got their consistent payment structure makes it easier for you to budget. Their consistent payment structure often explore fixed rates, which are it's crucial to explore the available options and determine and debt to income ratio. Each of these criteria will vary depending on your lender. Before applying for a personal loan, it's crucial to explore the available options and determine which one suits your needs.
He won't let me
Personal loans
click
often explore fixed
or
rates
subscribe.
determined by your specific credit profile. Their consistent payment structure makes it easier for you to budget. But
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do. I didn't give myself a thumbs up. We have for 17 minutes. Well, I think I can make another day of rest. I really don't feel like going to work. But peace and love, peace and hair grease, peace and roast beef. I'm going to make some noodles. Oh, let me stir up my noodles. I have noodles in the pan over here. They get stuck together. Oh, I think these are almost full. They stuck already. These are ready. I'm going to dump these out and rinse them off. You don't want your noodles to get overcooked. You want them just to soak up all the water, then you want to dump them out and rinse them. Get the starch off. Oh. Should have took that chicken out of the oven yesterday. Last night, I should have took it out while I was thinking about it last night. But I have some chili. Got a bunch of chili that I can make some chili noodles this time. I had chili and rice yesterday. They're perfect. Nice and springy. If I stopped drinking beer, that's a whole beer right there. only drank one beer last night. You know what? I need to program all of my keyboards, and then I know I need to get somebody's playlist or just use my own playlist and fill it up, and have the keyboards all programmed for songs. You know, have the split layer and all that stuff. This is going to be good here. I can put a little bit of I'm gonna put a little bit of coconut oil in here with these noodles. Turn the fire off. Just to keep them, I usually use butter, a little bit of coconut oil, keep the noodles nice and moist, or whatever. Whatever. Like I said, I had some chili. I can put some more beans in here with this chili. I'm gonna open up another can of whipped chili. Open up a can of whipped chili. Beans and chili on here. One of them didn't only had chili. I mean, no beans. No, what is it? No beans. It's more to music than just playing music. Let's see what this guy talking. I muted him.
Loans that practically give you cash with zero interest, low rates, or term.
Laser, you're currently
An 800 credit score and lots of funding. In this video, I'm going to share with you Social Security. Let's
I wanted to go to the next one. No, I'm pushing it wrong. I know what I'm doing.
Before you
That's not the
resort
guy I
to
wanted
personal
to listen
loans, there
to.
are plenty of other ways to fund your needs, whether it's borrowing
So with interest rates pretty low right now on many credit products, you may be wondering if now is a good time to take out a personal loan. Now, I can't answer that question for your specific situation, but there are definitely some things that you should consider before taking out a personal loan. So in this video, I want to go over the pros and cons of getting a personal loan. So right here off the bat, I want to define what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a personal loan. First, I'm not talking about a payday loan or a cash advance. I don't even consider or refer to those as personal loans, whether they're scams and ripoffs. When I'm talking about a personal loan, I'm talking about you applying for a loan at a reputable lender, financial institution, getting the money deposited into your bank account, and then making fixed monthly typically monthly, could be some other interval, monthly payments of principal and interest throughout the term of the loan, with that interest rate being in the single digits or low double digits. That's what I'm referring to as a personal loan throughout this video, not cash advance loans and not payday loans. Also, if you're thinking about getting a personal loan, you might want to check out Fiona. Link in the description below. It's no cost. It's free. It does not affect your credit score. Fiona basically compares interest rates and terms of personal loan lenders depending on your situation. These are not loan sharks. They're reputable lenders. Check out the link to Fiona in the description below. If after watching this video you think getting a personal loan is right for you, because there are definitely pros and there are definitely cons as well. Getting a personal loan is not necessarily the right move for everybody. But for right now, let's dig into the pros and cons of personal loans, starting with the pros. Pro number one, getting a personal loan can increase your credit score, is helping your credit, but let's say you aren't at that point yet. I'm not recommending that you do this to get a personal loan to invest, but it is a possible pro of personal loans. They can make you money. It makes about 30% of your credit score. Personal loan is right for you, because there are definitely pros and there are definitely cons as well. Getting a personal loan is not necessarily the right move for everybody. But for right now, let's dig into the pros and cons of personal loans, starting with the pros. Pro number one, getting a personal loan can actually increase your credit score in 3 ways. It can hurt your credit score in 3 ways as well, as I will talk about in the cons section of this video. But for now, let's focus on the 3 ways that getting a personal loan can actually increase your credit score. Number one, if you responsibly make timely payments on your personal loan, that will positively impact your payment history factor of your credit score, which is responsible for 35% of your credit score. Way number two, getting a personal loan can increase your credit score is that it can reduce your credit utilization if you use your personal loan proceeds to pay down higher interest credit card debt. Credit card utilization is important. It makes about 30% of your credit score. So if you have a credit card right now, and this is your only credit card, and it has a credit limit of $5,000, and your balance on that card is $4,000, ouch. That's 80% utilization. That's way too high. But if you're approved for a personal loan for $3,000 and use that money to pay $3,000 down on your credit card balance, not only will you save on interest that's accruing on your credit card, but boom, your utilization goes down to only 20%. Third way that getting a personal loan can increase your credit score is helping your credit mix factor, which contributes to about 10% of your credit score. So how the credit mix factor works is lenders generally like to see that you've been responsible with a variety, with different forms of credit. So if right now the only credit that's been extended to you is revolving credit, like credit cards, then getting an installment loan like a personal loan could actually increase your credit mix and help your credit score out a little bit. Pro number two of getting a personal loan. A personal loan can help you save money if you use it to pay off high interest debt. I alluded to this previously with credit cards, but it's common sense. If you take out a personal loan at, say, 10% to pay off a credit card at 20% interest, that saves you money, and that's obviously a good thing. Pro number three, a personal loan can keep you from going into higher interest debt. Look, if you've taken my personal finance course, the money course, link in the description below, you know that I teach that when you're just starting out, an emergency fund is invaluable. But let's say you aren't at that point yet. You don't have an emergency fund yet, or you have some catastrophic event happen that completely exhausts your emergency fund. What can you do? Well, you could put that money on a credit card at a super high interest rate, dig yourself a hole, might be tough to get out of, or you can get a personal loan, which will generally have a lower interest rate. Pro number four, a personal loan can make you money if you borrow at a lower interest rate than the rate of return of whatever you're investing in. It's not a perfect analogy, but it's kind of like a mortgage on a rental property, right? You borrowed money, you're paying interest to the lender, right? But you're also making rental income. It can be the same thing with a personal loan. I have borrowed money personally to invest in opportunities that came my way. I'm not necessarily recommending that. There's always risk when it comes to investing, but that risk is amplified even more when you borrow money to invest. So I'm not recommending that you do this to get a personal loan to invest, but it is a possible pro of personal loans. They can make you money, but of course they can also lose your money. Con number one, just like getting a personal loan can increase your credit score in 3 different ways, getting a personal loan can potentially hurt your credit score as well in 3 different ways. Way number one that a personal loan can hurt your credit score is that your lender will very likely pull your credit when you apply. A hard inquiry like that can take a few points off your credit score temporarily. Way number two, a personal loan can adversely affect your credit is that your length of credit history will go down. Your length of credit history accounts for about 15% of your credit score. Obviously, a brand spanking new personal loan will reduce your credit history average. For example, if right now the only thing on your credit report is a credit card you've had for 10 years, your average length of credit history is 10 years. Add a brand new personal loan, your average goes down to 5 years. And finally, way number 3 that a personal loan can hurt your credit is if you miss payments on your personal loan. Payment history accounts for a whopping 35% of your credit score. So if you miss payments on
Personal. Here's one right here. I'm just going to click on it. I thought that was the link.
So with interest rates,
Personal loan. Money courses.
so with interest rates pretty
This sounds like a hustle. I'm going to go ahead and put my email in here. Oh, that's right. You're not supposed to show that type of information. Personal information. It don't want to let me go any further than this. rent. Oh, state. DC. I'm not putting my social security number in here. Well, that's it, y'all. I'm gone. Anybody know of a way I can get a loan? Personal loan? Put it in the comments. Appreciate it. I'm warming up with some chili. I'm gonna eat me some macaroni and chili. A little bit of chili beans. But I was just going to look at logic, though. Let's sign off and come back. We're going to look at logic. Okay?